me, if I had to say Diwali, what is it like in one word? It's family time for me. It's like no matter what you do, where you are, Diwali is one time which brings everybody together, if not physically, at least with hearts.
Hi, Rama. Hi, Porvi.
Hi, Kenna.
How are you
Hi.
guys doing?
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali!
Happy Diwali. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful to have you both during Diwali joining me for our first Diwali special table talk. I am so grateful.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I'm Purvi and I live in Massachusetts. But basically I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and I have been on Chef since 5 months now. And I'm loving this journey. Yeah, I really like it to cook the traditional items and people are liking it. And this is the best platform. So I'm enjoying it.
So I am born and brought up in Bombay. Bombay is called Mumbai, but I stick with Bombay because it's more of a feeling than it's a word for me. I love street food in Bombay. I love the variety of cuisines that Bombay has offered all through. And I moved here to Seattle, 7 years back. I love cooking and I love seeing the reactions when what people have, when they eat the food that I make. I love that. It fills my heart. I truly love that.
I have seen her menu and seen the curry and seen the items. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I would hope that someday we could all, try each other's
food. Yeah, and eat each other's food,
Yeah, and I think for both of your customers in Boston and in Seattle, when I say that both of you put so much care into your food, and I think it's very evident. People can feel it. People can taste it, And I think that that's not something that any of us should take for granted, because that is what people come to Chef for, right? It's this feeling and this taste of comfort and nostalgia and home. Right. And you guys are able to give that to people here in the US, and I think that that is something that is so special.
That's so true.
We have such a diverse chef community, and it's so exciting that we get to celebrate so many different holidays. And Diwali is happening now, and I think that there's probably a lot of people who don't know what Diwali is. So I would love to hear from you both. If you could for someone who doesn't know, what is Diwali?
Diwali is, everyone knows just a name that Diwali is a festival of lights. And it's true that Diwali is a festival of lights. And it is a 5-day festival which start yesterday. And there are total 5 days. And Diwali is basically marks the end of the year. And the next day is considered as the new year.
I think Diwali is a time which takes me back to my childhood, like all those memories, right from food to the kind of, actually, I would just keep talking about food, the kind of the special curries or the special things my mom would make, the way we would decorate our house. It's not just lights and diyas. I mean, it is, but much more than that,
India is a big country, and I'm sure that there's different ways that each of you celebrate in the places that you're from.
True.
But there's a center. Clearly there's a center that bonds it all together, but I'm sure there's many different interpretations.
Absolutely, different ways of different representations, different understanding, different ways of celebrating something, the core being the same for everybody. The way we look at it is, yes, it is a new year. So like how you make resolutions for the new year, you try to put a pause or a stop to everything that you've not been doing right. Mm-hmm. So it's like light over dark, and positive energy over negative, and trying to set foot on a new journey, on a new path.
Food is the center. Food is what connects all of us here. Food.
Let's come back to food.
What is that one dish? If you had to only name one dish that encompasses Diwali for you? Maybe it's because, you used to make it with your mom or your granny, or, now you serve it to your kids. Whatever it is, I want to know, what is it? What's in it? What's the preparation process? And can people get it on your menu?
Yeah. So for me, kaju katli is
Oh
my
my.
all-time
I
favorite.
was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that's my favorite sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
Kaju katli kaju is cashew. So it's basically like it's made with cashews. You make a paste of it. You mix it with ghee and sugar and cook it quite a bit. And then you kind of lay it flat, roll it out, and then cut it into these pieces. It's so simple, but it's so divine. It's so flavorful.
Is it kind of
And-
like, is it the texture that it melts in your mouth when you?
Yes.
Okay.
So the real kaju katli, yes, it's so soft that it will melt in your mouth.
Oh.
But I never found a good kaju katli when I came to the US. So, Purvi, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
We're all
Yes,
bonding
yes,
over
yes.
kaju katli. I love it.
Oh yes.
Yes, you said everything perfect. Yeah, the kaju katli, about the kaju katli, the divine taste of it.
I think Purvi has that on her menu. I don't have either of these on my menu, but I've already scanned her menu. So yes, I know it's there.
I'm wondering, today, tonight, and tomorrow, what are you doing with your own families? What is the plan?
Wow. So I'm waiting for my daughter to get back from school, and once she does, we're going to decorate a little our pray area. We're going to put fresh flowers around. We're going to start we're going to do the puja. We'll all together do the aarti, the puja together, and we're going to sit down and eat. A feast. That's what it is, in simple words.
Perfect. Purvi, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah. So today the plan is to make rangoli for Diwali. So I do rangoli with my kids.
Wait, what's rangoli? Is it the flowers? No.
Yes, it is the art form which you can do on the floors or the
Yes.
tables, but it can be done with the sand colors, powder colors. So you have to use just your hands. Now there are so many equipment to do rangoli, but
something so interesting is that
Yeah.
so I was moving around in Latin America. So I was living in Mexico and in Guatemala City, and around Easter time, they do something very similar, and they call them like alfombras, which is carpets in Spanish. And on the streets, they'll use the colored sand and do designs, and that's so interesting, right? Like like two different worlds away, like holidays where like that is so essential to the tradition. That's so interesting.
And the next also we put diyas, everything, and we have done the lightings in the house, outside the house, but in the house we also decorate something with the flowers and everything. So decoration part, and the sweets are ready, and also we seek blessings from elders. So we will call our all relatives in India.
Absolutely. The morning starts with that for us. Any special day, the first thing we do is when we wake up in the morning, we make calls to our houses, we speak to all our loved ones, take their blessings, and that's how we start the day.
Well, okay, so many things. Number one, you're both very busy, and it sounds like after this call, you got a lot to do. And second,
already.
I think that it's really special that even though your families, and it sounds like both of you have a lot of family back in India still, they're very much still a part of these special celebrations.
Absolutely.
Even though they're far away, which I think is really, really incredible. And that's like both of you are like immediately, yes, like in the morning, we're on the phone with our loved ones back in India, and they're very much like part of your Diwali celebration. I think that's really incredible.
I truly feel very honored to be a part of the chef community, to be able to cook with love, with my own hands, what I feed for my family, for my kids, what I would like to eat. We're never alone. it's so good to be a part of something so large and to make an impact. I think food connects not only your it's not just a transaction. I think it's heart to heart. If I cook it with heart, I know they feel it with their when they taste it. It's all about that for me. So I think I'm blessed to be able to do that.
Now, I have one last question for both of you, and I think,
Go ahead.
and I want to know what has been the most meaningful or joyful moment for you on the Chef platform so far? If you could just think back over the last months that both of you have been on the platform, what has that been? If you could share. Purvi, do you want to start?
Yeah, for me, when I make the sweets for the community, it is the really joyful part, because I was really touched, because in Diwali I used to give sweets to my friends over here. So, and now I shared with community. So this is the best part. This is the best part. Really.
That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy because I really could not have imagined anyone else, both of you, to be able to take on this task, which was a really big task to make hundreds and hundreds of sweets. And you both just did it with such grace, and I'm so glad that has brought you so much joy, Purvi.
There was once I received this one particular review that has stuck with me. When I sent them when they ordered for food and I shared it with them. The whole family in general loved the food so much that I had like a detailed review of this one lady saying that my toddler specifically loved this dish, and my husband loved this dish, and the sweet dish, this was exactly how you get it in the temple, and it was so beautifully flavored, and that I genuinely had tears in my eyes when I read that review, because I felt that food touched somebody so much. The other toddler, their child could eat it just like how my kids do, and they felt the same. And I felt it was such a fulfilling moment. It was such a fulfilling experience for me, and such experiences, I think, make it all worth it. We go through tough times, we go through deadlines, and it's not easy with being a full-time mom and running a whole house, and doing this because you love it, doing it for the love of it. I'm sure Purvi would agree. I think we do it more for the love of it than the need for it, and I think that is what keeps us going.
It gives satisfaction when people eat it. It gives really a satisfied feeling that people are liking it, and
that makes me so happy, because I think that something that we are trying to do at Chef is change how people think about eating food, right?
Right.
And the fact that in preparing the food, both of you feel so fulfilled and rewarded by the fact that you're nourishing somebody else who you don't know.
Yes.
And then that those people in return are also feeling that closeness to you and to your food, and they're also feeling fulfilled and nourished and loved. That is pure magic. And I am so grateful that we have two incredible chefs like you who are pouring everything you have, the love of it, into your food every single day. So thank you. You both are incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you as well.
I want to see all the pictures. I want to see everything after you're done with your festivities.
Absolutely.
And I'm wishing you and your families an incredible new year. Thank you for being part of this community. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your very, very festive, busy Diwali season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And happy Diwali.
You have a wonderful day too. Thank you so much.
Okay, happy Diwali. Bye, guys.
Bye.